Hello everyone, good morning. Have you ever looked at any leaf? Not see at a glance, but you really what you can see, its shapes, its veins, its imperfections? I did, and it changed the way I see the world. My name is Rupam Mukherjee, and I create artwork out of leaves. This isn't about an art, it is about rediscovering wonder in the overlooked, finding stories in silence, and piecing together meaning one leaf at a time. Today, I want to take you through two layers of this journey. One, what inspired me to start working on leaves, and number two, how this process taught me about patience, resilience, and imperfections. I started thinking about leaf artwork when I was in my bedridden journey of 7 months when I met with a tragic accident and my right leg got broken into two parts. And doctors operated my leg with fixation of titanium rods, plates, nails, and screws. When I was lying in my bed during that particular tough journey, I had a different type of negative thoughts going in my mind. Whether I will be able to walk properly or not, whether I will be able to stand properly or not, whether I will be in wheelchair, or whether I have to take any other support. So different negativities was coming in my mind. Negative thoughts were coming in, but I have to be positive, A particular person has to be very positive. So during this particular time, I had a habit from my childhood days to write down short poetries and poems. During my childhood days in my school when I was studying in my 7th standard and 8th standard, my poems and articles used to get published in the school magazines. So that tendency and tenure I had. So I decided to involve myself in doing some creative activities because negative thoughts was coming up as usual as it was. So I didn't stop myself. I started writing poetry and I gave it to Indian Book of Records, and they have given me a title, and I became the first person from India to pen the smallest poetry of 6 words in 3 lines based on the category of flora and fauna. Now, once this title gave me an honor, it reached out to many of the people, not only in my locality, national and international levels, and I got recognition from many of them. This was going on. Press, media, news channels, they were coming, they were taking my interviews, and I was giving my interview in my wheelchair. That was the most pathetic scenario. I don't know how many of you have faced this journey, but for me it was like a very tough journey. When I was lying in my bed, I thought of doing something else because the accident which occurred in my particular life and particular time was basically based on in the month of September. So whenever talking about September, October, November, I'm coming from West Bengal. So we had Durga Puja and Diwali and Basant Panchami back to back, Chhat Pujas and everything. So there was what I could see from my balcony and veranda, and from my particular window where I used to have a bed near the window side. I can see the people are walking, they are enjoying themselves, but I am in my stitches. I had 36 stitches and 26 stapler pins in my right leg. So while doing that particular scenario, I thought of doing something more, artwork. One day I told my father to bring a leaf for me. He asked me a very simple question, that what do you want to do with that particular leaf? I told him just I want to do some artwork. He told okay, fine. That was my simple answer to my father. He brought me a leaf. I started doing like an artwork on it. But suddenly the lead got turned off and I felt that I became a failure. But as we all know, failure is the pillar of success. So when you are thinking about that you have become a failure, you should not think about it because you have something great to occur. I crafted another particular leaf. Again, I told my father to bring 2-3 leaves. He did it by using my words, by saying my words, he did it. And with my rigorous diagnosis and patience, what I've understood, I crafted a very good leaf artwork. And that was on the auspicious occasion of Republic Day of India. Now, when I made myself proud that yes, I can do it, I can achieve it. And my determination of having more success in life, I crafted many more eminent personalities' leaf artwork, including Prime Minister Narendra Modi, President of India Draupadi Murmu, Hani Singh, Arijit Singh, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Mohammad Salah, Rajnikant, Sonu Sood. I can't forget his name because he was not just like an actor, he was a savior during the COVID time. And that particular accident also happened during my COVID time also. So I made it for Sonu sir, Jubin Nautiyal, Tulsi Kumar, Gurmeet Chaudhary, and many more. The journey begins with nature. As a leaf artist, I walk through quiet paths, eyes scanning the trees, but not for the perfect leaves. I want to know the perfect stories in which I could make. Torn edges, deep veins, and faded colors, all signs of time and life. I gently collect them, honoring them, what nature had already begun. The next step is drying. It's a very slow and patient process. The leaves are pressed between pages, away from sunlight, for days or even weeks. They lose moisture, they gain texture, and this fragility becomes their strength. Then comes designing. People used to ask me, you got a portrait, you will start preparing a leaf artwork on it. What does it mean? How you'll make the designing? So important thing is about the designing. We have 3D dimensions, we have designs, we have calligraphies, but here the dimensions and the designing is totally different. I don't force the leaves into something they are not. Instead, I let their shape and scales to inspire the final form. I arrange them carefully, combining them with other natural elements of paper to form a portrait. I will talk about my final step of this leaf artwork, that is preservation. When people used to give me an order or place me an order from different parts of the states and different parts of the country, they used to ask me one simple question: how we are going to preserve it? What is the cause of preservation? A very important question. So preservation is the final step. I seal the art with protective coatings to keep it from crumbling, just like we protect memories we cherish. So throughout the process, what I realized, decay becomes transformation, stillness becomes story, and fragility becomes your energetic power. Leaf art for me is not than a creation. It's a conversation between me and nature. You know, between silence and beauty, walking with leaves requires a patience. They will crumble if you are careless. They will resist if you are in rush. So when I used to get an order for preparing any customized leaf artwork, I used to have at least for my time period of 6 to 7 hours of my dedication, without using any cell phones, without using any mobiles, any music or something like that, because I need to focus on that particular artwork. Because a slight mistake will destroy the particular leaf, the life of a leaf. So for a leaf artist, healing begins in silence. In the stillness of nature, each fallen leaf carries a story of change, resilience, and renewal. Leaf art is a gentle reminder that healing doesn't always come from loud expression, but comes from quiet connections with nature. The leaf becomes a canvas for emotions, for deep love, growth, and acceptance. I, being a leaf artist, when I used to get an order or customized order, it's not about for any marriage ceremony or birthday celebration. I used to get leaf artwork order who has lost his father, who has lost his mother. So sadness is there, grief is there, mourn is there. It's not about only for the enjoyment. So through this delicate art or a craft, as a leaf artist, I had a very silent and powerful truth. Even in decay, there is a beauty. Even in loss, there is a healing. So art became not just expression, but quite reflection. This leaf, once green and full of life. See, you can see it's once green and full of life. When I will make a portrait on it, it will become transformed. So through time, it's changed its color, texture, and strength. And that strength will give the morality or more texture, but not in worth. So my art with leaves is a portrait of change. It tells us that change isn't the end, it's a beginning in disguise. So the next time, I have a humble request to all of you. When you see a leaf lying on the ground or maybe in the roadside, please don't step over it. Pick it up. It might be trying to tell you something. With these particular words of wisdom, I have a conclusion. Thanks to St. Paul's College, Bangalore, and thanks to TED for giving me this opportunity to give my powerful TED talk. Thank you, and thanks to all of you for being a lovely patience audience. Thank you.